Hello there, and welcome to another Starfield video. This is part 2 of the House for Rune ship retrofit, in which I design better, better kind of, I want to say better looking and more unique vessels for House for Rune. So in the first episode, we looked at an A-class vessel called the Adder. We're going to be looking at a B-class vessel called the Cobra. So yeah, let's get into it. So the design philosophy behind this ship was like the A-class being a kind of an entry-level sort of a kind of a small all-around vessel. You know, like it wasn't really intended to do like much in terms of like hard combat. Like it could do hard combat, it could do combat, but it was kind of more of like a kind of a scout vessel, kind of, you know, like transport sort of stuff. This is kind of the first dedicated combat vessel. As you can see, like the weaponry are all kind of pointed forward. One thing I will note, it was not intentional at the time, but after kind of building it, when I put the engines on, I realized it looks a lot like the Aquidance cruiser, light cruiser from Star Wars, which kind of just adds to it. I quite like the Aquidance. I think it's like a cool ship. But yeah, let's get into it. So if we look at the stats, it's got a fuel of 210. That's kind of my base point for a lot of these ships. I feel like 210 is more than enough to kind of get the job done. It's got a hull of 1,223. It's got a cargo capacity of 600 base cargo, and then it's got 320 shielded. I kind of went with a little bit cargo with this because it does a little bit more of your usual stuff. It can kind of carry some more troops with it. It's got a lot larger profile. You know, it basically can do everything. So it's a B-class vessel, 39 power, crew of 5, 30 jump range, which is pretty decent. It's got a shield of 1125, which obviously you could say I could go the Vanguard shield, but I didn't want to go that route because like they're not a member of the Vanguard, you know. So we want the best B-class. It's got 2 sets of particle weapons and a ballistic weapon, so it's got some particle weapons mounted on the top there, and it's got a particle turret mounted there on the back. And then it has 2 railguns mounted underneath the vessel. So as you may tell by looking at this ship, it uses a lot of merging to kind of get it all up and running functionally. So if you're like not a fan of that, well, yeah, if you're not a fan of that, that's kind of a bit of a rip in the chat, I suppose. But yeah, let's go check it out, shall we? So in order to make this, it'll cost you probably around 250k. Depending on your perks. So I'll show you a quick walkthrough. So obviously you've got those weapons mounted on the front. We've got submerged landing gear there. I kind of added them more for like the flare. I think they look quite nice. And then there's submerged pieces here. I kind of went with the hood as I was the boys in the Discord kind of explained to me. That's why, like, it has that kind of shape. Now, it's all fuzzy here. That's just because we're landed and stuff, and the pieces are merged into one another. When you're flying, you don't notice any of that. So you notice how, like, it kind of extends out a little bit, just to kind of mimic the... Oh, my... I didn't even fall from far. What? God damn it, game. And we've got the turret there. Got more landing gear on the back. And then we've got those big engines here. I always like using 2 sets of engines. I kind of see these middle ones as like the boosters. Now you could obviously add more like turrets if you want to add another turret on the back. I kind of went simple just because I feel like a lot of these ships, they're not going to be, you know, like using like maximum power perks or anything like that. So you want to get as much power as possible. Now we've got the docking board underneath. All of the main parts of the ship are merged inside one another. So we're gonna go check it out. Let's board this vessel. Immediately we're greeted by a workstation.
Hello, excellent to see you.
There's our House for Rune representative there, Andrea. We've got the research lab, the spacesuit workstation, the industrial workbench, and then the weapon workbench, which is very nice. And then we got the docking board underneath. We go one more level. We have the armory here. Quite like this armory. I also put it here because I kind of feel like with an armory you're gonna have like more troops protecting it. So the idea of, like, you know, if they're trying to board the ship, they have to get through the armory, and there's some, you know, you got a little bit of cover here. And then we have a crew control station here just for some extra crew space. And then we have the pilot seat. So we've got the one with the Stroud Eklund bridge here. A lot of space. Now, you'll notice there is no, like, kind of, like, sleeping quarters on this ship, and that's kind of because this is meant to be, like, a dedicated warship, in a sense of that. Like, I know a lot of dedicated warships will have sleeping quarters, but this is kind of meant to be, like, it's sent out on its missions, and then it kind of, like, spends a lot of time, like, at, like, bases and, like, kind of outposts, so that's where it would kind of, you know, if the crew needs to sleep or stuff. This crew would be using a lot of stimulants to stay awake. So let's take it off, see if she performs in space. I quite like the shape. I kind of like the shape more after I realized it looks like an Arquidus. For anyone that isn't familiar with Star Wars or doesn't know what that ship is, it's a kind of a light Imperial ship that's a lot smaller than the Star Destroyer. It's prominently featured in Rebels, and it's also Moff Gideon's ship in Mandalorian. So yeah, so as you can see, we've got quite a lot of power here. I have a perk that increases my power by 5, so for the sake of this review, we're not using by power. But that's kind of the idea with these builds, is to try and make the ship not really need to use maximum power, so you have a bit to play around with if you did want to upgrade it. So weapon-wise, we've got those particle weapons there. We've got our ballistics underneath, and then those turrets are turreted, can't fire. It's got a base speed of 140 because it's using B-class engines. It's got a boost speed of, what's going to say, probably 600 maybe? No, 520. Not too bad though. The agility test, pitch up. It's kind of slow. I think its agility is kind of sitting on, like, I want to say it's like maybe like 80. We'll see when we do the teardown, and then we roll. Leo. And then the roll. So yeah, we're going to go to the outpost now and build this, just because it's easier to build. Go back. Alright, so we have it all split up into different sections. So we'll start off with the habitat modules. We've got the Viking CP220 cockpit from Stroud Eklund, 280 cargo, 4 crew station. We've got the Tayo Shipbed 200 landing bay from Tayo. The 100 DP Slim Dock from Deimos. The Stroud Workshop 2x1. The Stroud Armory 2x1. And the Stroud Control Station 2x1. We've got 2 of these Jishaku FERF rapid fire railguns from Shinigami. B-class, 1300 range, 5 fire rate, 17 hull damage, and 3 max power. Single Eradicator 75 MeV auto neutron turret from Lightside. B-class, 4225 range, 5 fire rate, 19 hull and shield damage, and 4 power. And then 2 of these PB100 neutron beams from Ballistic Solution Incorporated. B-class, 3899.99 range, 2.5 fire rate, 23 hull and shield damage, and 3 power. For the structural pieces, we have 2 of these Tayo nose cap. We got port and starboard. We have 6 of these Nova cowlings. We have 2 of these Deimos wing A's. We've got 2 Tayo mid caps. 4 Tayo mid caps, 2 of the bottom facing ones and 2 on the top. We have a single Stroud cap C. We have a Deimos spine A, a Deimos spine B, a spine D, a spine D, and a spine A. For the landing gear, we have 4 of these Tayo Pinpoint 3G landing gear from Tayo, 1 thrust each. We've got 2 that are kind of in the forward configuration, and then 2 that are in the back configuration. We also have 2 of these NG100 or NG10 landing gear from Nova Galactic. And then we've got 2 of these Dagama 1000 shielded cargo holds from Panoptes, 160 each. And we also have more cargo somewhere. I'm trying to figure out where the cargo comes from. Oh, it's the shielded cargo, I believe. Okay. And then we have, for the engines, we've got 2 of these Nova. I don't know why I'm using the Nova 1000. I should be using the Nova 150s. Do they sell Nova 150s or watch them not? Oh, they do. Okay, cool. So we've got 2 of these bad boys here. So we'll just swap these out very quickly. I'm just going to change the color scheme. Perfect. And then we have a single... Sorry, there was a brief pause there. Something in my room. We've got the Dune 41 engine from Amandon, B-Class, 3 power, 19,920 thrust, 4,200 maneuvering thrust. I don't think I covered out these ones. These are the Nova 150 or 1050s from Relodyne. B-Class, 3 power, 22,170 engine thrust, 4,500 maneuvering. And then we have the 104DS Mag inertial reactor from Dogstar, B-Class, 39 power, 1125 hull. We've got the RD3000 Beta Grav Drive from Relodyne, B-Class, 36, 10 power, 36 jump thrust, which gives us 30. A single 500T helium-3 tank gives us 210 each. And then we have our Warden SG400 shield generator from Sexton Shield System, B-Class, 10 power, 1125 shield. So let's assemble this vessel. So we start off pretty straightforward. We're just going to assemble the main body. So we've got the control station mounted to the armory there. And then we mount this bad boy underneath, like so. And then we put this here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to merge these objects all together. So what we want to do is we basically want to snap this here. And then this on top. Like so. And then this is a pretty like a straightforward method, so I've showed this before. So basically all we're going to do is we're going to highlight the piece and then highlight another piece, and then we're going to use this other piece as a kind of a merge point, and then we're just going to drop it. And you'll notice it's after dropping down inside, and then we're just going to lower this. We're going to do the exact same thing again. We're going to highlight the piece, drop it down, and then those pieces are merged perfect. Then we're going to slap this on here. And then what we're going to do next is we have these bad boys sit here like so. Now for the weaponry, we're going to mount these underneath. These sit underneath like so. And then we're going to kind of start working on the body. So the way the body of the vessel is set up is... basically, it's kind of we're making use of a merge. We're merging a lot of pieces. So you start with those pieces right there, like so. And then we're going to merge these on top of them. And the kind of the idea behind these is it basically kind of gives a cooler like little effect. So in order to do this, we're gonna just do a little technique here. We need to make a snap point. So we're gonna move this forward. Whoopsie. And we're going to grab these, and these are going to snap onto there. And much like before, we're just going to basically kind of have a snap. We're going to duplicate them down. So you're going to highlight the pieces like so, and then press Y, and then as you can see, they drop down exactly like that. Oh, whoops, exactly like that. And then we're going to get these next. And these are going to slot in backwards. Like so, they're going to sit exactly like that. These ones aren't too tricky to fit in. You snap them there and you just do a quick little flip. Like so. And then the third set are going to basically slot in behind them. Exact same kind of setup. They're going to sit like that. Just flip it back like so. Perfect. Flip it like that. Perfecto. Now for the... we're going to... really quickly kind of assemble the back section. Now something I notice now after building it that I probably should have noticed when I was building it first. These pieces here that I've kind of made, you could definitely swap these out for the, I don't know if we have any here specifically, some of the tile landing gear, and then that way you could basically remove the landing gear at the front if you wanted to. I personally quite like, I like these kind of sitting here, so that's just me, but obviously you may kind of, you know, you may differ. So what we're going to do is we're going to merge these pieces in. So it's pretty simple for the merge. All we're going to do is we're going to briefly move these. I'm going to move these back like so. That, move the wrong one, lol. So this is going to sit here like that. We're going to lower it down one like that. And we're going to remove this piece. We're going to slap that in there, like so. And we're going to put this back together. And we're going to have to do our little kind of merge technique again, because as always, Crimson builds things kind of arseways. So we're just going to slot this in. It's perfect, though, or it's fine, though, because we're going to be... Oops. Because we're going to be using this little scaffold as well. Like so. Forward a little bit, like that, perfect. And then we're just going to lower this. It's just a simple kind of, just going to grab them. Sometimes they'll slot up when you do the duplicate, but you just want to slot them down. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to basically, whoops, you're supposed to go lower, there we go. We need to raise these up one, so all we're going to do is we're going to basically highlight them, like so. And then we're going to highlight this top piece, and we're just going to duplicate up. And as you can see, if done correctly, they will now be kind of merged inside like that. Perfect. And then next, what we're going to do is we're going to add these front or these back sections. One of the things when it comes to like when I rebuild these ships, is I've been preparing a lot for the I've been doing a lot of preparation work for the stream. So like it's been like, I think I built this like maybe like a week ago, so I like have to make sure I built everything. So anyway, they're slot in there, and then next we're going to get these panoptes, and they're just going to slot in there, and you're just going to do a flip. They're just kind of like some extra storage and to fill it out a little bit. And then same again. And then we're gonna slot the shield in there, because why not? And then we're going to slap this in above it. Now, obviously, it's not going to want to play nice, because why would it? So we're just going to put it up there, and we're going to drop it like so. And then for our spine, we're just going to grab all these pieces. And it slots in like so. And then for the weaponry, you have the turret there mounted on the back. Now, you can obviously, like I was saying with these, you can configure the weapons whatever like way you prefer. No, come here. No, yeah, there you go. Like you could technically add multiple turrets. You could put like a turret there at the back, just to do some funky things, and then you could obviously have a turret forward. I just like that turret at the back because it looks kind of cool. And then finally, we're gonna get these extra landing gear. Now, like I was saying, you could definitely, when it comes to the landing gear on this vessel, we're gonna do a little flip technique. When it comes to the landing gear on this vessel, you could definitely go the route of, you could probably streamline the landing gear a little bit. So I add these. See, initially when I like tend to build, I build off of the outpost, and I try and build most of the ship first in the outpost. And I didn't have the other landing gear. Like, if I was going back and I wanted to kind of streamline the process as much as possible, I would definitely... I'll show you real quick what I would do. So they're in there anyway. But what I would probably do is, so underneath here, I would get one of the Nova Galactic, the NG landing gear, the big ones, the one that gives 4 thrust, and I would merge that in there like so. And then I would replace these Taio mid caps with the Taio pinpoint landing gear, the one that's kind of the semicircle. And then that would basically allow you to remove these landing gear here. So like technically, this is what it would look like without. Let me just remove these. Which some people may like the design, if we were to delete these. Oh, no, I guess delete. I've like probably got like several thousand hours at this point in the ship builder, but I always forget which button. What is delete X? So you could do that, and obviously it would look a lot more streamlined, but I quite like all of these different like kind of features. I think they kind of add a little bit to it. So that's pretty much the ship, like I was saying. I like how this turned out. Bonus points for it looking like an Arquidens. I hope you guys enjoy this too. The last piece currently that I've got planned, I've got a C class. I might make a little bit more, depending on like I have to get the stream stuff out of the way. So if anybody, if you're watching this before Saturday, so if you're watching this when this goes live, it's already too late, lol. But if you want to see some cool ships, I did a stream on Saturday, which is already had passed by this point. This look Monday, but I would recommend checking out the stream just because we did a little stream, like a community build challenge, where everyone had to build specific ships under certain requirements. We did exploration vessels, so it'd be a cool thing if you want to watch. Just check it out. We'll be doing one in like next month too, just every so often, just to kind of So we also have a Discord. If you want to hop in the Discord, the link's in the description of my bio. If you're into that sort of stuff, we've got Starfield Anonymous. It's a pretty cool place where you can talk about Starfield and just life in general. And you can also put forward designs if you want to review a ship. You can like put forward ships and I will review them. But yeah, that's the vessel. That is my my Cobra, I believe it is. Is it called a Cobra? Yeah, that's my Varun Cobra. Oh. As you can see, when I was designing that, I did something slightly arseways. So those pieces I was showing you, let me just really quickly... So initially I had those pieces there. Now obviously that's not the way it's supposed to be designed. They're supposed to be back there. But the system it's the exact same like kind of layout. Did I miss anything else? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. So it'd be the exact same like layout. Oh, this just snaps. Okay, cool. It'd actually be easier. But yeah, that's pretty much. I'm actually gonna really quickly just redo this front piece just so there's no kind of issue. So the way it was set up is you have these pieces are snapped in like that. Now you would do the lowering merge with the landing gear like so, and then these pieces, like this piece, you will have to put this piece first and then obviously merge the landing gear into it. This piece just snaps like normal, just as a simple flip, and then this one, it just snaps in and you basically just do like a little flip technique there. But yeah, that's the ship. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I look forward to showing you the third one. But yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this sort of content, don't forget to subscribe and check some other videos. Bye bye.